Today, we're talking about lifting weights, we're talking about going to the gym, and we're talking about how that has affected my academic performance. Because about 15 months ago, I started training consistently at the gym. And as a correlation to that, my academic performance massively increased. And I want to talk in this video about why I think that is. I've written out 5 rough points that we're going to go through. Point number 1 is all about discipline. Discipline, my definition of discipline anyway, is the ability to do things that you don't want to do. To work hard when you don't feel like doing it. Because when you're months away from an exam, you don't feel like studying because it's undesirable. It's not an enjoyable experience. I mean, you can make it more enjoyable, but on a base level, it's not that fun. You understand that suffering now in the moment while doing this bit of revision will benefit you when it comes to exam day months in the future is so huge and so beneficial, and something that helped me massively, especially during my GCSEs. Going to the gym regularly teaches you that doing hard things are worthwhile, delaying the gratification. Because for the first few months when you go to the gym, you don't see many results. You're weak, you're unfit, but after a while you start to see results happening. And that sort of ability to delay that gratification, to know that I'll go through the discomfort now so I can benefit in the future, is so powerful and helps in many aspects of life. Point 2 is patience and consistency. To go to the gym and achieve results, get stronger, get bigger, get faster, all of these things, you have to be patient because these things take time. The time it takes for the body to adapt to a stimulus like that is a while. It's not overnight. It's not over a few weeks. It's months and years of work. And the same thing comes with studying. When you want to get better at a certain subject or you want to learn a topic, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistency over a long period of time and patience for the results to come when they eventually do. Getting over the fact that the gratification won't come immediately is quite difficult. That's why the lesson of patience and consistency that you learn from the gym is so powerful. Because I learned that if I committed to working out a couple of times a week for months on end, then I'd see results. And I applied that to my studying. I knew if I revised pretty consistently for a number of months, then those results would come through when I took the exam. Same concept applied across 2 dimensions, but the result is the same. The result is success. When you're patient and you put in consistent work and you're disciplined, the results will come. And I think that's just a fact of life. It's just the way the universe works. It rewards you for hard work over the long period of time. And to do that, you have to be patient. To do that, you can't expect the same results. And I'm realizing quickly as I continue the process of making this YouTube channel and creating content, I realize that yet again, I have to be patient and I have to be consistent. Right, let's talk about progressive overload. Now, in gym lad terms, progressive overload is applying more weight very gradually over the long period of time when you're doing an exercise. So, say you're on the bench press and you do 60 kilos for 5 reps. Well, next week, you either try and do 60 kilos for 6 reps or 62.5 kilos for 5 reps. Basically, progressive overload comes down to gradually making things harder so that your body has to adapt. And like the previous 2 sections, I applied this principle to my studying. I knew that if you gradually make things harder over a long period of time, you can adapt and you get used to it. And when you can look back, you can see how far you've come. With studying, as I started small, half an hour of revision a day, and built up over a long period of time, I progressively overloaded my ability to learn and study. That's one of the keys to happiness and success in a lot of dimensions of life, is can you make things gradually harder? Can you challenge yourself just that little bit more each time? And just see how far you'll go. I mean, there's no upper limit to that. When I decided that I wanted to commit to the gym, certain aspects of my lifestyle changed. And indirectly, that massively helped my studying. For example, when you go to the gym, you've got to prioritise your sleep. And you have to eat healthy to see any decent results. And these 2 things help learning massively. If you sleep well, your ability to retain information improves drastically. If you eat well, your ability to focus is so much better. So I did these things to make gains in the gym, but they also helped me with my studying. It was a brilliant win-win situation. Because I had to show up at the gym consistently and sleep well and get good food in my system, it meant that I was unlikely to do things that inhibited that. For example, going out partying, having late nights, drinking alcohol, doing drugs, eating unhealthy food. The way I was living my life compared to many other people my age was very different. But I don't think that's such a bad thing. I was willing to sacrifice those things that I just mentioned to go to the gym and get a good night's sleep. I'd wake up earlier in the morning and I'd have this time, and well, I just began revising in the morning, doing work in the morning. It sort of happened by accident. The gym showed me that if you aim high, you have a high goal, and you work towards it with discipline, with patience and consistency, you progressively overload, you make positive lifestyle changes, then you can build something. You can take yourself from next to nothing to amazing results in 10 years to come. And even though I'm not a big guy at all, I'm not a strong guy at all compared to lots and lots of people, I know that I'm building something. And in 10 years' time, I can look back and think this was the mindset that helped me get to where I am today. The same applies to my schoolwork. You know, I'll never be as smart as I could be. I'll never learn everything that I can. But I'm building something. I'm building a portfolio of knowledge. I'm learning new skills. I'm learning about interesting things. I'm building something for the future, and I've aimed high. Yet again, this can be applied to everything. I'm applying it to this YouTube channel. I'm applying it to how I approach the world, the way I interact with people. It's not just studying and exercising. It's one of the things in the Be an Anomaly manifesto. Is aim high. Build something good for the future. Because that's what life's about at the end of the day. Like, in our modern lives, we don't have to worry about surviving. So let's think about making the future amazing. Creating a life that's spectacular. Building something. Aiming high. That is what it's really about. And that is a lesson that I learned through the gym and that I've applied to many things in my life. And it's taken my life to a level that I never thought it could be 4 years ago. I'm just at the start. I've just started. Like, I'm a year into going to the gym consistently. I'm just at the beginning of my A-levels. Like, I'm building something. I'm aiming high and I'm getting there. So I'm so grateful that I learned this lesson. There you have it. There are my 5 reasons why I think going to the gym helped me massively academically. But that's it for this video. If you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate if you left a like rating and subscribe to join the Be an Anomaly movement. And if you don't mind me, I've got to get off to the gym. So I'll see you beautiful people next week for more.